What is going on, guys? Mike here with Chit Chat Gaming. So I am in a little bit of a dilemma here. So more recently, I've been kind of wanting to get back into my retro gaming. As most of you know, I do stream as well too. So I've been really wanting to stream some retro games as well too. I had to kind of take a little break from today's modern gaming. Games like Warzone, games like Halo, Apex Legends, the multiplayer games I like to stream and such, and just all the other games out there. And don't get me wrong, games like Resident Evil Village, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ratchet and Clank, Kena Bridge of Spirits, so many other ones have been freaking awesome, but I needed a little break, and I wanted to kind of dip back in my childhood and play some of my old retro games as well too. So I've been doing so, and I got out the Dreamcast because it's crazy, because here in 2021, even prior to 2021, there's new Dreamcast games releasing. They're not brand new exclusives. You know, they're ports of other games that are mainly on PC and such as well too. But you know, companies like Josh Prod and such have been basically releasing all these new Sega Dreamcast ports, and I think that's freaking awesome. The fact that you can go out and buy a physical version of a new Sega Dreamcast game is just awesome. So I've been getting back into that as well too. So with that being said, though, I've been looking for different ways to play the Dreamcast, via HDMI. I do have, of course, the AV cords as well too, the composite, which I don't recommend anybody using, especially on today's modern televisions. But also, I want to be able to stream that as well too. So yes, I could go out and buy a composite, an AV to HDMI converter. But again, though, I don't really want to have to do that. I want to look for a better way, because I know there is a better way to do so. So this is where I'm going to need your guys' help as well too. So I did go out though, and I did purchase the HD link here for the Sega Dreamcast by Pound. So it's the Pound cable. Heard lots of great things about this thing. I heard also lots of negative things about this thing as well too. Now, one thing I know for sure is that this here does not allow you to be able to stream on any Elgatos. So I went ahead and I wanted to go ahead and try it and to see maybe things have changed. It's been a couple years since I've heard about this, since I've seen any videos or so forth. It's nothing new. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. Now, what this particular does here, this does not do any kind of upscaling or anything. Basically, what this does is it taps into the VGA of the Sega Dreamcast. So much like the GC HD, it basically going to take that signal and kind of boost it up and bring it out, because it's capable, the Dreamcast is capable of running at 480p, but the composite cables, it runs at 480i, much like the Nintendo GameCube, the GC HD by Eon. What that does is it also allows it to run in progressive scan mode, so that way you get 480p. Or theirs might be 6 something, I can't remember which one it is. It might be 480, I can't remember. But regardless though, does the same lines here. That's what it's going to do. It just basically taps into that VGA signal, brings it on out with no upscaling, but it does allow you to run it on your modern televisions or on your modern monitors as well too, as long as they're capable of running 480p. So make sure you guys check your televisions and your monitors. Most do, but they have to be able to run in 480p, which mine all do obviously here. Now the only problem is I hooked it up to my Elgato to stream with Streamlabs, and sure enough, nothing. It just says that this format is not supported, so I knew it didn't work. So we went ahead and we moved on from there. I'll go ahead and show some footage of the Pound cable. Literally all it is it's still in the package. I'm going to return it. Well, I haven't decided 100%, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to return it, because there's got to be a better way. So all it is basically just a little box that converts, has an HDMI port. This is the converter, and it's got a little end here that goes into your Sega Dreamcast, and it comes with the HDMI cord. That's literally all it is. There's no power or anything. You have to hook up via USB, micro USB, or anything like that to be able to power it up. So that didn't work for the stream part. It looked pretty good for just hooked up to my regular television. It looked way better than composite, obviously. So I'll definitely give them that. That's why I'm kind of thinking about keeping this anyways. So I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I did some more searching. I looked on Amazon and I found another one by LevelHike here, and this is another HD cable for the Sega Dreamcast. I went ahead and I looked it up, and I was like, this may work as well too, because I did look down in the comments down below in the reviews, where on Amazon, where you can ask questions and then answer them and so forth. And I did see where people had asked, does this work on the Elgato HD60 S, which is the same one I have for a capture card, and they said yes, it does. So there was like 4 answers that said yes. So I went ahead and I picked it up and I tried it. Well, it worked just great on my television here and on my monitor. It looked very, very similar to this here. I think this may be a little bit darker than what this is here, so I probably still prefer going with this one, but as long as it allowed me to stream, that's all I cared about, guys. And sure enough, nothing. Same thing. I hooked up to the Elgato, turned the stream on, and sure as heck, it said the same exact thing, where it basically said this file is not, or this format is not supported. And literally, I'll show you guys a little video here. It's the same exact box. It looks exactly identical to what the pound cable looks like. It's so crazy. It's almost like they just basically erased the pound logo on the little converter box, and that's all they did. It's so crazy. But again, though, it does not work. So if you're wondering, pound cable, LevelHike cable does not work. Does not allow you to be able to stream. Now it's crazy because I reached out to the company at LevelHike and I asked them, and to their credit, they got back to me within like 12 hours. But they actually said, yeah, quote, they actually said they don't know if it works or not because they've never tried it on a Elgato before. But they know it works on, can't remember what it was, another one. But it's like, how do you not know? How do you support something and not know the compatibility of it? So that blew my freaking mind that they had no idea what the compatibility of this was here. So I did some more research online and found out that indeed it does not work. Unfortunately, it does not work with the Elgato. So here we are. This is where I need your guys' help. Now, I did watch some Adam Corlick's videos. He's a great YouTuber, man. He's a big, huge Dreamcast fan. It's his favorite console of all time. I definitely recommend you guys checking him out. He does some great content. He always talks about, he has a little show or whatever you want to call it, a segment called Keep Dreaming, where he talks about the Sega Dreamcast, and he's went over pretty much all these. I don't think he's ever done the LevelHike, but I know he's in the different versions of the pound cables. But he also talks about some of these cables by the Bahara brothers, which I've actually seen him do. It's the Akira and the I can't remember the name of the other one here, but definitely two different ones that I want to take a look at that I'm definitely interested in. The Gecko, that's what it is, the Akira and the Gecko. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try that Gecko one, but I don't know if it works. I need to reach out to him, maybe on YouTube here or something, and find out if that works with Elgatos as well too. It looks like a great solution, but if it doesn't work with Elgato, then that's gonna be the problem. I know there's different VGA boxes that you can use that will allow you to be able to stream and use it on your Elgato, but I'm just looking for a simple plug and play technique to where I don't want to spend a ton of money. I mean, it's retro gaming, I love retro gaming, but I don't want to spend a ton of money on it here. I just want to be able to play my Sega Dreamcast on my stream, my whole list of my whole games, a ton of games I have here, well, for the most part, a ton. I want to be able to play on my stream here to show you guys as well too. So let me know down below in the comments if you have a solution for this. Is there anything else I'm missing? Does these Bahara brothers cords work? Is there another simple solution using a VGA adapter or something I can use that doesn't cost me $300 or so forth? So again, this is where I need your guys' help. But also I want to inform you that if you're also looking for an HDMI cable for your Sega Dreamcast and you want to be able to capture footage or stream, these two options definitely will not work, and most options out there are not going to work. I have not tried the Hyperkin one yet, but I'm sure it's the same thing. Again, also be aware that if you are using these kind of cables, there is some games out there like Hydro Thunder, NBA Showtime, which I found out, NFL Blitz 2001, which I found out as well too, that do not work with VGA. Now, there's ways you can trick them and such as well too, where you can use like Codebreaker, disk, and so forth, and boot that up before you boot up the game. And then of course with these Bahara brother ones, there's a little switch on there where you can switch it over to the RGB and kind of trick it into thinking that it's gonna read that VGA signal. So you can trick it, and then once the game boots up, you can click over to the regular VGA or whatever you want to call it, and it will work just fine. So again, there is different switches on those that you can use. But again, guys, let me know down below any solutions that you guys know here. And of course, guys, make sure you like this video if you choose to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on that bell notification to keep up to date with all things that is Chit Chat Gaming. Happy New Year, guys, and as always, happy gaming.